So Enver, now that you're dressed in your spiritual clothes, can you tell us something about spirituality?
Well, I can tell you about phases of spirituality.
Do it.
And I would start. Hey! I will start with how spirituality starts, and it starts with a birth. So this is the first phase. We are born with our basic needs, and we have to have what we want to have: food, shelter, and closeness. And if we don't get it, we will scream, fight, and do everything to get it. And there is no way around it. This is first phase of desire. And we have it in the first couple of years of our life. And with a healthy human being, it stays forever. And we can recognize when 80 or 90 years old man falls in love is immediately a little boy who knows what he wants. He wants it. The next phase of spirituality is when we cross from desires to wants. We develop, we are more objective, like more real. We find out that it's not only that we have to have what we want, when we want, and how we want, but we start to make compromises. Now, we want a job, or we want a wife, or we want a friend, and we kind of know we have to accept good and bad side of it. And this is a phase that can also be divided into sub-phases, but basically it's characterized by sacrifice, by negotiation, by compromises. Of course, the best part of that phase is ability to compromise and negotiate our goals. And some extremely smart people do that in the best way. So they mediate in the wars, in the battles, in struggles, in order to find the best solution for a group of people. And a lot of people are now in saving the world and saving the planet, looking for a compromise.
Speak really loud so we can make sure to hear you.
Oh, okay. You want me to be more spiritually strong. Okay. So this is the second phase, and actually for me personally, that I think the peak of that phase came when I was in training in transaction analysis, when I learned how to negotiate inner states, inner goals, and also to negotiate with other people. And I felt at that moment that this is the peak of the I felt the smartest person in the world, and I know everything. Then what happened to me, I got in Gestalt training. And it changed everything for me. Then I discovered a dialogue. And a lot of people would say that negotiating is a dialogue, is like similar or equal things. And there's nothing more far from that. Negotiate means that you and me, we have some goals and we try to make it the best, that you have the best, and that I have the best that I can, but we cannot have it all. So we need to sacrifice, or we need to develop tolerance so that we can give you something and get in order to get something. But dialogue is actually people who know how to dialogue. They realize that you can have it, you can have it all. Dialogue is openness to the everything, to abundance, to what spiritual people will call to be with one and be here now and have it all. And not many people go there. Not many people really can have it.
Move this way. Move over this way a little bit so we can still see you.
Okay.
Can you go a little bit more into dialogue, what you mean by that?
A dialogue means that two people start to talk about their wishes and their needs. And now it's really awareness of needs when you dialogue. In the first phase, we have desires. They are usually very strict, clear, all or nothing. Then you go to the wants. I want something, but I cannot have it all. I have to live in this real world with all the obstacles, with all, limitations of the human form that will never be totally fulfilled. And we struggle with that, more or less. When we come to the third phase, where we talk about the needs, then we realize we go much more deep. We are not connected anymore to the objects or people. We are more abstract. We want freedom. We want connection. We want security. And it's not defined by any circumstances. We are free to create it. And when we dialogue, we are aware of it. And we are ready to dialogue and to enjoy dialogue until both sides are happy with what they need and they know and they will find and they will help each other to get everything. And it sounds amazing, and not many people are there. You really need a lot of training and a lot of experience to understand what I'm talking about. Now, what does that have to do with spirituality? I hear you ask me that.
That's exactly what I would love to ask.
So, spirituality is development where, and people call it like self-realization or enlightenment, point where we realize that we are the one, that we are all together, that we can have it all, and people go and spend like 30 years in a cave in order to realize it. That's where you come to the fourth stage of spirituality, and that is beyond desires, wants, and needs. You come to realizations that everything is already in you. You just need to realize it. You can be in jail and feel 100% free. You can be totally alone and feel connected with everything. You are not anymore dependent. You are realized. You have realization of your freedom. And this is fourth stage. Now, there is a fifth image of spirituality that is beyond the realization, and that is the stage when you come to the point and you don't have preferences anymore. In a third and fourth stage, you still have preferences from the musts that you have in the first stage to the wants that you know and preferences that you have in the second stage, to the third stage where you play between preferences and wants. You come to the fifth stage where are no preferences. And now you probably want to ask me, or you ask yourself, why would you slap Dalai Lama? Well, Dalai Lama, Adyashanti, Tolle, Byron Katie, they all want to tell us that they are realized persons and they don't have preferences. And slap them and see if they will thank you or if they will slap you back. In both situations, you will find out something new, or they are still have something more to be realized, or they are realized. Isn't it wonderful to meet a realized person like you are doing just right now?
So before you end completely, go through the 5 stages, or tell us one more time. So there's needs.
Okay, I took a motivational approach.
Right.
You have desires,
Okay.
all or nothing. You have wants, you cannot have nothing, so you have to kind of compromise. Then you come to the needs.
Needs doesn't come first as a baby?
Need comes, baby has needs, but expresses it as desires.
I see.
Needs are like always present, but you really see them as a need when you are growing up.
I see. You're able
you
to
can be able to see abstract.
Yeah, I
things.
see. You're able to just recognize them for their core basic without attaching any meaning or judgment. You just see it as a need. Okay.
Got it. And then you have fourth phase realizations.
So there's desires, then wants, then needs, then realizations.
And then is finally beyond that when you don't have any of that because you don't have preferences.
I like it.
Thank you.
So is this your spirituality?
Yes.
Is this your spiritual quest?
This is my talking about it. And sometimes I feel spiritual. Sometimes in rare moments.
Most of the time you'd like to slap Jesus and see what he'd do?
Slap me and then you will see am I or not.
Thank you, Enver.
You're very welcome.